I'm Tzivia,
And I'm Grace.
and we teach writing from a fresh perspective.
We love to talk about writing, the writing life, writing habits, and dreams.
And we're here today. Our topic's going to be origins. So, Grace, I was thinking it might be fun to start off by having you talk a little bit about the origin of what we're up to here together.
There we go. So when Tzivia and I both have our new books coming out, and Tzivya's Dreaming on the Page and my Oasis Pages Teen Writing Quest are available for pre-sale, and we were so excited. We thought, well, what can we do to have fun, celebrate, and create a little community support around our projects? So we came up with Wake Up and Write, 7 days of us.
Yeah, 7 days of encouraging each other and encouraging all of you to get in touch with your own dreams, your own writing, put something on the page. Let's see what we can dream up together.
I love it. So I'll ask a question first,
Okay.
if you don't mind. I'm curious, Tzivia, about in your own origins as a dreamer, and when you might have realized that dreaming played a role in your life that was maybe different than that of the people around you. Did you grow up sharing dreams in your family, or what was that like?
Well, it's funny. So I grew up probably from about the time that most kids start to remember and talk about dreams. I wanted to talk about mine.
Uh-huh.
I had these vivid dreams, I had scary dreams, and I would just wake up all excited to talk about them. So my sister in the next bed over was like, not interested. Mom and dad would just sort of laugh them off. So no, there was no interest in them beyond myself. And maybe that was my first lesson in having an interior life. Like I
Mhm.
have this experience that's rich and vibrant,
Mhm.
and I thought of it as an adventure every night to go to bed
Mhm.
and see what happens. But no one else did. So I went, as many of us do, I went underground with it. I didn't really talk so much about dreams really until college,
Mhm.
when I happened to stumble into, I saw a flyer in the college dorm about a dream group, and I just went over to check it out. And
Mhm.
then the flame was lit, right? The spark ignited.
Mhm.
I was really excited. And I would sort of try to get my friends, my college pals, into like doing dream experiments. Like, let's see if we could dream the same thing on the same night or whatever. I would just cook up these
Yeah.
ideas.
Oh,
But that's when I started talking about them.
very interesting.
Yeah, right?
Mm. Mm.
So, Grace, I'm sort of thinking about you,
Mm.
and I'm curious about something. Okay, so we've been friends a long time and we love to talk like we're doing right now. And you raise the word curiosity a lot. And I'm really curious about where that comes from in you. Is that something you've been thinking about a long time, or did the origin of that idea come more recently?
Mm. That's a great question. I think when I sat down to create the Oasis pages, I knew I wanted to make a journal, a writing experience on the page that would guide a teen through a natural process of self-expression, of self-claiming, and really, like you said, that interior life turning toward the self.
Mm,
And it occurred to me that, it's not a usual stance necessarily in our culture, as like you experienced in your dream life. And what is it? What is it that got me to the page? What is it that apparently I have friends back from elementary school, and one of them recently told me that in 6th grade we had a sleepover party and I showed up with handouts, quizzes about ourselves. She says she's going to look for it. We could find it. So I've been doing this apparently a long time. So part of it, I'm going to say, might just be inherent within me. I think writing inherently requires a certain curiosity, and I feel like curiosity is more than just a mental questioning about things. It's actually a physical stance. So that if I put my body into a state of, getting curious, and I'm opening versus, okay, I have to write, or some kind of like, closing down. My mom said it's a good idea to keep a diary. Apologies to all the moms. But I think that opening up is a physical experience. So I just came by it honestly and landed on it as an organizing principle. It's the first writing superpower in the Oasis Pages.
So the first writing superpower in the Oasis Pages. I love that. I love that. We might have to have a whole nother conversation about superpowers, because I talk about that in Dreaming on the Page too.
Okay, let's do that.
But one thing I just noticed about both of our origin stories that we just discussed right now is how inherent they actually are. So somehow as a 4-year-old, I knew my dreams were important to me, even though nothing around me was validating that.
Yes.
And somehow you also knew all along, you were giving out those quizzes, as a young girl or young woman. So somehow we knew who we were.
I love that.
And I love that you brought it back to the physicality and the posture. I mean, I think about a mental posture, a mental posture of listening. So even when I'm alone with myself and my journal or writing down my dreams, I do try to remember to get into that sort of physical posture of curiosity, of listening, of attentiveness. So I feel like that inherentness is important to both of our stories. Somehow we knew who we were, and over time, maybe we've developed the tools.
And I was thinking how you knew young and then sort of put it aside and came back to it in college. I started my diary writing at age 10, kept it up till about 16, 17, and dropped it at college. So just that interesting piece. I mean, we both came back to our practices, or these inherent the callings of ours, but that you just find different stages of life, they play a different role.
And I think that's part of the process is, we're talking here this week about waking up to our writing, waking up with writing over these next several days together. And I feel like I just want to say, to remind ourselves, to remind myself, and to remind those who are listening, that dropping it is part of picking it up, and that we don't have to feel bad when we commit to a daily practice, say, and we miss a day, we drop it. It's that picking it up again.
I call those ish days. I write daily ish.
I love that. I love that.
So what could we offer today as a writing invitation to folks listening and watching?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we've got this theme of origins going, and you're talking about, your origins of your curiosity, of asking questions. And I was talking about my origins as a dreamer. So maybe let's ask folks, and we could try this too, to pick up a pen and think about your origin story. Maybe think about a childhood dream you had, or the first journal or diary you ever had or wrote in. It could be a memory or
early memory.
What else? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, go far back in yourself.
Yeah.
And a dream, a memory, your first diary, or something
that
tugged and gave you an experience of yourself.
I love that. Okay.
Yourself. I love it.
The invitation is made.
We recommend that we're going to stop. You can write 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Anytime today, you have a writing invitation. Of course, you are free to write any thing that you would like. Come back, write in the chats, tell us how it went. And we'll send another one out tomorrow.
Beautiful. We'll see you next time, folks. Thanks, Grace.
Thanks, Tzivia.